tuned in to Dear Mommy Devotional Podcast. I'm your host, Ria. Let's get honest about motherhood. Let's go, girl. Hello. I am so excited about this episode. Let us talk about this weekend. What was this weekend? Well, September 29th is my birthday. Put it on your calendar for next year, girl. And October 1st, I decided to celebrate and just have a ladies' night. That's something that I really wanted to do. I really wanted to just celebrate my life. I have friends, okay, like, look at this. Look at this. We went to the movies. We saw The Woman King, excellent movie, Chef's Choice. And we went to one of my favorite Puerto Rican restaurants. And we just laughed and had an excellent time. And one of my friends asked me how I met them all. And just going through those memories, I am just so grateful that from the time I moved to the States till present, I have gained each friend and have a story with every one of them and a memory with every one of them. And we've gone through some things together, and I'm so appreciative of that. Anyway, that was a long spiel of this weekend, but I wanted to talk about, because it all ties together, the perception you have of yourself versus what people see. Girl, I was super excited for this weekend, and I wanted, because it was a mommy's night out, you know? Did I have kids? They were looking at me like I was still single, honey. I had to wear the ring. Let me stop hyping myself up. But I wanted to look extra cute. So I made my pants, I made my purse, a little wallet. Nobody saw that, but I knew. And I was trying to splurge on me without mom guilt. Like, I'm just going to go full force, you know? I'm going to dye my hair. And I'm just going to look like a little mix of Sandy from Grease with a little, I don't know. But, you know, I was just going to go all the way out. Because I wanted to feel, I felt beautiful on the inside, and I wanted that to show. So I thought, like, okay, I just need to just do something special. So I went to the hair salon, and the lady was like, you can't do blonde. She gave me her reasons, and I'm going to be honest, I almost broke down in the chair. Because it was like, because one of the reasons was like, you know, coming to the hair salon consistently and, you know, doing your hair often. Blonde can break your hair, and you have to really be attentive with your hair. And as she's saying this stuff, I'm thinking about my life, and I'm like, I have 2 kids. They both have hair texture like mine, and it's long, and I still got to take care of my hair. I don't know if that's going to work. And it made me think, like, man, it's another thing that I have to put on hold because I have kids. So I got super emotional in her chair because, one, I felt like I was putting my life on hold once again, or something that I wanted, I was putting it on hold. And let me not say it's because of my kids, because it's not their fault. It's not that. But I don't really have the time that I would like to put into myself because I have kids, because I choose and I'd rather invest in them and make sure that, you know, they look slamming and they're taken care of and stuff like that, making sure their hair is loved, to teach them how to love their hair. So it's definitely not a blame on them or a regret that I'm a mom, but it's just that reminder that when you do have kids, you don't always get your way, you know? And I wanted to have my way for my birthday. So super emotional in the chair, but I was holding it in as best as I can. And I was like, okay, well, let me try like doing a haircut and like just really trying to figure out something to do, because it's like, no, I have to look different. I need to do something with my hair because I need to look beautiful. And then cost was another thing. Talking about costs, and for any stay-at-home mom who is dependent on the husband, because you don't have a consistent income coming in, you understand. And I'm not going to just say stay-at-home mom, because I feel like there's other moms that have maybe they're entrepreneurs, but hubby brings in a higher check, and so bills and everything, you're dealing with the mom guilt, and money is a factor. And it goes, you start thinking of that single life when you were making that money, making that dough, and all you had to do was pay for you. You know, I didn't even want to say married life, like just you. And all those stuff started coming in, and I just got into my feelings, like driving down the road, just talking to God, like, I feel so horrible. I need to feel beautiful. I need to look beautiful. And God started just talking to me like, I mean, but Ria, you are. Your hair is enough. You are enough. It's not what you put on yourself that makes you look beautiful, because those things are nice, but it is the confidence that you walk with. And when you know without a shadow of a doubt who you are and who God has created you to be, then you will be beautiful. The word says in the book of Psalms that, God, I'm going to praise you because I have been fearfully and wonderfully made. And as moms, we have to remind ourselves that scripture, like, it is not about what we put on ourselves. We can buy all the cute shoes and get that Pinterest look, but until you really know that God made you wonderful, your items are just going to look cute. The picture is going to look nice. But honey, that confidence make you look like a star. And of course, to others, Ria, what are you talking about? You're beautiful. But it's dealing with that feeling on the inside, taking care of that woman who is struggling, thinking, if I don't have this, if I have to do this, I need to do this. And sometimes those things don't meet, and you have to make the decision, am I going to fuss about it, or am I going to have this little cry here, let it out because it didn't go the way that I needed it or wanted it to, and then I'm going to pour into myself and say, no, I'm not sitting here, because whether we have the haircut or the hair color, we're still going to be cute. We're still going to be cute. So I started to feel better about that. Talked to hubby, and of course he was all for it. I thank God for my husband, who was like, no, if that's what it's going to cost, go ahead. Just go ahead and do it. We'll figure it out. If you need to do appointments, okay. But I couldn't deal with that, like, constantly. I'm just not that type of person that goes to the hair salon very often. At all, really. You might see me in there once 2 years, or one. I don't know. It's very rare that you see me in a hair salon. But anyway, so he was definitely supportive of whatever I wanted to do. And I was like, well, what if instead I can't do the hair? Can the funds, since you're willing to think, can I just go buy like some fabric and stuff like that just be my birthday gift, like that money? He was like, absolutely, just take that money and go buy what you need. And so it was definitely less than what my hair would have cost, but excellent job, I must say, on my outfit. I just took the time and I chose to be joyous all the time of picking out what I was getting for my outfit. Even, you know, even if I couldn't, like, there's other items that I really wanted to get, but I couldn't get it. So that was God, come on. But again, it was like, God, I'm not going to let this stop me. You've made me awesome, and we're just going to keep it rolling. I'm going to find the different options and keep it going. So our perception versus what people think. So that was one thing, dealing with my feeling beautiful and actually looking beautiful and what makes you beautiful. My confidence, who God created, knowing that just me, okay, is beautiful, not because of what I put on. But also with that, in that evening, perception versus what you see of yourself. During that evening, we're sitting at the dinner table, and two of the moms said that they were intimidated by me. I said, what? Me? Because I always think of myself, because one mom said, we had a mommy blind date. A mutual friend of ours set us up to go meet each other, and we were crazy enough to do that. But she said, yeah, I stalked you on Instagram before we met up, and I saw you were always smiling and cute, and you wrote a book, and what do I do? She was doing this comparison, and I was just like, me? You're comparing to me? Because I feel like I'm always the one comparing, and I don't, sometimes you don't know how well you're doing until somebody else says it. And it shouldn't be that way. So she felt intimidated by that. Another mom was intimidated because she felt like I just did all the things in regards to homeschooling. Meanwhile, honey, I ain't even got the homeschool lesson plan. But, I was just, because I would never think me. I never would think, I sometimes speak so, and I'll just say maybe negative. And I say negative because I always think having conversations, what am I going to say about myself? Not realizing that I'm discrediting all that God has allowed me to do and is currently doing. I have a whole podcast. People actually listen. As moms, we get so consumed with comparing ourselves, seeing other moms on Instagrams that have businesses, and we discredit what we're doing. We look at us being a stay-at-home as just being a mom, but it's so not that way. When you hear of what people say about you, when you really listen and stop saying, oh, it's just an old dress, or it was just a little book. It wasn't. When we stop saying things like that and actually receiving those praises, when somebody say, oh my gosh, you did a great job with teaching your little ones this. You are doing such a great job as a stay-at-home mom. You are doing such a great job as an entrepreneur. Look at that dress that you made. Instead of us saying, just say thank you, because yes, girl, you did it, and you are doing a great job. As moms, we are so hard on ourselves that when we look in the mirror, we are only seeing what we think rather than what is actually perceived and received by others. I hope that I am encouraging a mom that is looking at this, listening to this, that you have value in this world. The Bible says, "For I know the plans that I have for you." God has plans for you. One thing that my sister-in-law said that so just got me tearful and encouraged me. Again, discrediting what I'm doing, comparing myself, even sometimes being jealous of my husband because he's bringing in money. He's, his contributions can be seen by bills being paid and things like that. And, I'm at home. But one thing she said to me, and I'm praying that it encourages you as well, is that what we do as mothers is eternal. We are planting seeds. We are raising a whole human being. I am not just raising a daughter, I am raising a future woman, a wife, a friend. I'm not just raising a son, I am raising a husband, a brother, a leader. What I'm doing today will also be seen tomorrow and in the future. The seeds that I'm planting will one day bear fruit. And it is so vital that I not only pour into myself so I'm able to nourish and water what I've planted in them. But it is so important that I realize that I am actually doing something in their lives and begin to build that confidence so I can continue to listen to God. When I know that God has a plan for me, when I know that my life is valuable, then I'm sitting next to the master's side to hear what direction I need to go to. When you know that you as a mother has value, you will walk differently, you will talk differently, you will introduce yourself differently, because everything you do holds value. You hold value. The next time you look in the mirror, let what is perceived and received by others, let that be your reflection. What other people, the positive, because some people just be saying negative stuff because they comparing themselves and feeling hurt because they ain't, on your standard. But let what people are saying about you be truth. If they are saying that you are a good mom, honey, if multiple people say it, you know what I'm saying? You're a good mom. If your husband is praising you, that's biblical. If your children are saying, "Mommy, thank you. You did this so well. Thank you for being my mom," that is biblical. Okay? The Bible says that her husband and her children will praise her. That is biblical. Receive those things. Receive those things. You are doing an excellent job, lady. Love on those kids and let your reflection in that mirror change. Make today a choice that you are going to love on yourself, heal, and pour into you in every aspect of your life, spiritually, physically, mentally, financially. Let God give you the ideas. I'm going to do another episode on this in regards to like finances and being stay at home. But one thing I did want to say, I really struggled with the finances. I really struggled being dependent because there were so many things that I wanted to do and I just felt like I couldn't do it and I was getting so bummed about it. And God just began to give me ideas. Okay, so you can't afford this and this, but you can make it. Go to the Dollar Tree. Sometimes you have to be creative with the little and let it become much. So don't allow the enemy. Yes, we all have our human feelings and it is valid. And don't let anybody take that away. If you need to cry, honey, cry, but do not stay there. Because that is where the enemy is going to try to play with your head and make you overthink and drop all these ideas that you are lonely. No, you ain't bringing in nothing. You are not doing it right. I mean, all the stuff is going to start popping in your head. Choose to get up and decide, I am confident because I'm fearfully and wonderfully made, and I am okay. I have everything that I need, and I have value. I am able to do what God has planned for me to do. And every day that I wake up with value. I am valuable to my children. I am valuable to my husband. I am valuable to the people around me. And I am going to receive other people's perception of me. Because more than likely, their perception is more truthful than my criticism of myself. We can always do something better, but you are doing the thing. There's always room to grow. But you're doing it. Keep doing it. So thank you. Like always, if this is not what you needed today, go ahead and share it to somebody that you know. But you can also pocket it and use it when you do need it. Like always, I love you, and there is nothing you can do about it. See you next episode.
If you've enjoyed this video, I want you to like, subscribe, and share. See you next episode.